Welcome to the Harvesting Wisdom podcast. Together we explore the vast landscapes of life, delving into the rich soil of experiences, sowing the seeds of curiosity, and harvesting the profound wisdom that each episode unfolds.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Before the Harvest. My name is Maddie Myers, and today I am joined by the amazing Matt Penites, who is the founder of Long Way Home. Matt, thank you so much for joining us virtually today.
It's great to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Of course. So, right while we're getting into it, will you just kind of introduce yourself, your experience, and a little bit about the work that you're doing?
Sure. I'm the executive director and founder of Long Way Home. Long Way Home is focused on doing development work in Guatemala, and we have built a school, we do water projects, we build floors, we do a lot of what we do in construction with alternative materials, such as plastic and tires and glass bottles and bamboo. And so, yeah, we've been doing this for 20 some odd years and expect to be doing it for at least the next 20.
That's amazing. So, what made you get into this line of work? Like, how did it start, I guess? Take me back to 20 something years ago.
Yeah, I stumbled into it really. I was doing the Peace Corps. And then after the Peace Corps, I decided that I was going to move back to the United States, get a normal job, try to live a normal life. And what I had seen while I was in Guatemala, I couldn't turn off. So I went to the library, got a paper application. This was all pre internet, and decided that I would fill it all out with like a pen and paper, with like a pen, and had to figure out what a nonprofit was, how I would put it all together, and then piece it together little by little.
Very cool. Why did you decide to start your own nonprofit? Why not just volunteer for someone else's? Why did you choose to go out on your own?
Well, I don't think I'd ever even heard of volunteering before. I wasn't sure that I didn't know that that was a thing that people did. I'd never heard of giving your time away for the benefit of other people. And then I also knew that I wanted to go back to Guatemala and help. And so I wanted to raise money. And so I asked somebody if I could put like a jar on the table at their winery. And they said no, because you have to start a nonprofit organization. And I was like, what's a nonprofit organization?
Wow. Yeah, that's so cool. So I guess my follow-up question would be why Guatemala? Why do you choose to focus on Guatemala, or are you guys doing work in other places around the world? I know you said that you were in the Peace Corps. When you were in the Peace Corps, did you do your time in Guatemala?
Yeah, that's what led. I don't think I'd ever even heard of Guatemala before the Peace Corps. And so that's what led me there. I did my service there. And then, the country's pretty amazing. There's volcanoes all over the place and mountains. And I like mountains. And the weather's pretty well perfect all the time. And the people, I don't know if you've ever spent time with, small farmers, but the people are really modest and um, really nice to be around. You know, I'm from East Texas too. So I'm from East Texas, so I was able to make a connection because they have like old trucks and dogs running around and motorcycles and redneck type stuff.
Well, yeah, that's really interesting how even though in another country, there's still those like human similarities that everybody can share. Are there any projects that you guys are currently working on right now that you can share with us?
Well, about 15 minutes ago, we finished building a classroom in a small village near the town where our school is in Guatemala. And then from there, yeah, we're going to still be building our campus, and we're going to be developing curriculum, because it's the curriculum that really gives us the opportunity to adjust what we do at an incremental level, and then scale it from there.
Yeah. That's so fascinating. I believe at the beginning you talked a little bit about how you use construction materials that people normally wouldn't think of using. Can you just speak a little bit to that process?
Yeah. Well, whenever I wanted to build a school, and I asked a friend of mine if he wanted to help me build this school, and that friend said, sure. And he said, have you ever heard about building with tires? And I'd never heard about building with tires. He put this book on the ground and said, here, we're going to follow the instructions in this book. And then we tried it out, which is like dirt, tires, and a sledgehammer. And we did it, and it worked, and we really liked it. And somehow, yeah, you end up, using a sledgehammer to beat dirt into the side of a tire, and then somehow you really like it.
Yeah.
And so we spent, the following 17 years doing that.
Wow, that's so cool. Before we end off, is there anything that you would like to share with anybody? Where can people find out more about you and your organization?
Yes, we're at lwhome.org. And you can email me directly at matt@lwhome.org. And I'm available to answer your questions almost 24/7.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Matt, for coming on. And thank you so much for all the amazing work you do with Long Way Home. And then I would like to thank all of you for watching Before the Harvest. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out the full interview with Matt on our main channel. Thank you guys.
Thank you for joining the Harvesting Wisdom podcast. Click subscribe and like for ongoing insightful conversations. Explore our webpage for show notes and additional resources. Visit our guests' webpage for deeper insights. Your engagement is the foundation of our journey, and until next time, keep pursuing wisdom.